La Bamba by Ritchie Valens, one of 5 1950s hits that I'm going to count down. I'm going to go from 5 to 1. I'm putting that at 5, even though it should probably be number 1. But I've got some Buddy Holly, like I always do, Duane, Eddy, and a couple other surprises. So let me know what you think about these. Check out my other video too from the 1950s, and I've got 60s and 70s and 80s. I even have the 2030s. I've got a bunch of songs that haven't even been written yet. Not really. All right, let's get to it. So let's do La Bamba first. C, it's coming in at number 5. C major, no capo needed, and you do that cool little walk up from the low E string on the 3rd fret. That's part of the G major right there. So 3rd fret of the low E, open A, 2nd fret of the A string. Now you're in the C major shape. And so you just walk that up. 3rd fret of the A string, 2nd fret of the D string to the open G right there. So, and you can hit a couple strings at once if you want to. Now you go into an F major like that, but you're really just hitting that 3rd fret of the D string. And you've already got this finger, if you're playing an F major, on the 2nd fret of the G string. And then you go to a G major. So all together so far. So you don't even have to hit the low notes if you just want to hit the open D, G strings right there. And now you're going to need to be in a G major shape because you go to the 3rd fret of that low string, low E string, 2nd fret of the A string, and then I use this finger. You can use any one you want to, but pretty cool. 3rd fret of that D string with the open G string, and you go walk it down 1 fret. So you're on the 2nd fret of the G, D string, to the open D and G, and back to the C. So when it goes like this, hit the G chord once, C, F, G, C, F, G. Does that over and over again. All right, at number 4, it's Rebel Rouser by Duane Eddy, the master of twangy guitar. I'm digging close to the bridge right here just to give it a little twang on an acoustic. E major, no capo needed, and so you hit the open E string, the low E. Actually, you first hit it on the 2nd fret and give it, mega vibrato, bend it up. Especially go a little high and then bring it down to the open E. Like that. Open, 4th. Now you go to the A string. Open A string. 2nd fret of the A string. Then hit that again. 2nd fret of the A. 4th fret of the E string. Open E string. And now you go to the open A. One more time. Then 4th of the A string. 2nd of the D string. And now 2nd of the A string. 2nd of the A string because it's the B note. And then you go back to that 2nd fret of the low E and hit the open again. That's the basics of it. He does a couple different variations, but does that over and again. A, B major, E major. All right, this time we're gonna put a capo on the 5th fret. This is Blue Suede Shoes by Perkins. What a classic. Ready? E major right up here. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show. That's one way to play it, but I think the real record goes, well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, like that. So it's E major, however you do it. I go, let's see, up, down, up, I guess. Yeah, or no, up, down, down. See that? 2 for the show, 30, get ready and go. Like that. So you're doing a walk up from the open E string to the 7th fret, to the 9th fret, and then to A major. Don't you get a little rockabilly rhythm right there? You can do that if you want to. That's from the 7th to the 9th of the D string with the open E string. You can check out my videos on rockabilly and blues. I got some really easy ones like that. So it's A major. Don't you step on my blue suede. Back to E major. E major, and you can keep the blues or rockabilly going if you want to. It's the same thing we just did. You just move down a few strings, and then it goes, you can do anything. B seventh. So that's the 7th fret of the A string, 6th fret of the D string, and 7th fret of the G string. And probably just, hit the open high strings right there. You can do anything to lay off of them blue suede shoes. E major. Well, you can burn my house, step on my car, or whatever, step on my cat or dog or whatever it is. E major, lay off. Does another walk up. That's a different way to do it if you want to. Open E, 7th of the E, 8th, 9th, and then back to that A major. Step on my blue suede shoes. E major. You can B 7th, lay off. If you want to go to A right there, A 7th, blue suede shoes. E major, and I'll throw one more little lick in there. Ready for you? Like that. So it's the E major, and you just put either of these two fingers, these fingers that are not in use, to the 8th fret of the B string and go. Just pick around those right there and don't worry about perfection. All right, in our countdown here to number 1, I'm going to take the capo off, and we're going to play an A major for Buddy Holly's Oh Boy. It goes, all of my life I've been waiting tonight. There'll be no hesitation when you're with me, oh boy. Super cool. So you're in A major, all my life I've been waiting tonight. There'll be no. Get some palm muting, get that rhythm going there. And you can do a little walk up on the way to the D major. Same little walk up we just did there on Blue Suede Shoes. This time you're on the A string, 2nd, 3rd, 4th fret of that A string, and then you go to oh boy, that's a D major. When you're with me, oh boy, A major. Girl can see that E major, you were D major, meant for me, and then you go. That's real quickly, it's that little turnaround, A major, D major, A major, E major, and does it again. A major, go with me, D major, A, see that E were meant for me. Oh, then it does a little walk down. So that's pretty cool. It goes from A major to the 4th fret of the low E to the 2nd fret of the low E, E major. Stars clear, shadows are falling. A, you can hear my heart a calling. A little bit of loving makes D major. Everything all right. E, I'm gonna see my baby tonight. Right there on E major, and then does it back to A. D, A, E major, D. That was A, D, A, E, and then it goes dum, dee, dum, 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 dee, dum, dum. Great way to lead you into the D major again is to put that finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string, or that A 7th chord right there. Oh boy. And then when it goes back to the A major, Buddy Holly goes. That's pretty cool. It's not as hard as you think. You play an A major up here. You could do a bar chord, but what you're really going to want to do is get this finger here on the 5th fret of the E and the B strings, like that. Then you just slap that finger down on the 7th fret of the B and G strings. Now to the 5th fret of those B and G strings, and then sort of hit the 7th fret of the D and G strings. It's okay if you hit the B string as well. And go down 2 more frets to the 5th fret of those D and G. And you can now go to the 7th fret of the A and the D strings like that. So you go. So really you just went 7th, 5th, 7th, 5th, 7th, 5th, just walking down the strings. So he goes. Isn't that cool? E major, D major, woo, E major. Boom, Buddy Holly. And coming in at number 1, we're going to stay right here in A major for Party Dog. It's come on, be my party dog. Come on, be my party dog. Very cool. So it's A major. If you want to get that kind of picking down there, low of the A major on the open A string. Hit the high ones a couple times. Hit the open E. Back to the open A. So come along and be my party dog. E major, A major, A major, D major, E major, A major, and back to E. I'll make love to you. And then it goes A major, E, through his hair, whatever, through her hair, A major, so it just pops on the A, and then it goes back into the chorus. Come along, be my party, A major, E major, A major. You can put that finger, just like we did for, Oh Boy by Buddy Holly, on the 3rd fret, D major, E major, love to you, A, E, E, A, Give it a good pop there for the ending, just like they did in the 50s. Okay, I'd love to hear what you think about this list. Check out my first video. I've got another Buddy Holly song. I think in there is an Elvis song, Everly Brothers, Eddie Cochran, and one other one that I can't remember because I only have 1,000 of the shortest, bestest YouTube videos and guitar lessons. All right, catch you around the channel. Hit like on your way out, and I'll see you around.